Hello everybody, my name is Jack, and a little while ago was my birthday. I got this pink foam for my birthday, so I could make some hills, so that's exactly what I'm doing. This is the biggest hill. I wanted to put this hill here for about the last year I've been planning on it. And then that one over there, I'll put another one sort of like it right there once I have the time. And then I'm making smaller raised up areas that aren't quite hills, just to add some character to the ground. So this is going to go in a straight line that way and not curve around, because at some point I'd like to put a switch here so I could link this up with an expanded part of the layout one day if I decided to. Then I put these right here, and I will put a smaller raised up section around here, pretty low, but still to add some character to the ground so it can have a more realistic field for that farmhouse and barn. Now, something you need to understand about these hills, if you aren't familiar with the technique I'm using, is that you don't paint right on the foam. You cover the foam with a paper mache sheet, basically, to cover up all those gaps right there and make smooth curved lines just like a real hill. So I might elevate this spot and de-elevate it more gradually by adding more foam, but for what I have right now I think it'll look really good. This spot right here is going to be the road, of course. You can see the building right there. And I watched Eric Strain's video about how to make roads and everything, and I don't think that foam material is going to really work out for me. So I'm going to put cardboard sheets down the road, glue them together, and maybe make this a little bit wider, and put them all together, put strips between the rails and everything, and I should have a pretty good looking hill. And then I might put some of that homemade asphalt stuff like he did, but I might just do some foam on top, kind of like the hills, but paint over it. However, alongside all this great progress making the hills that will eventually lead to me making full episodes of the Stories from New York, there has been a pretty bad crash. These 3 cars were all involved in it, and the last 2 got the most damaged. I was running them behind the Pennsylvania Flyer, and it was on a no power spot. So then I pushed the tracks back together, the space got power again. It's just what happens with Fast Track. And I didn't have the transformer on full power, but I had it pretty high. And it took off racing backwards, derailed the back truck of the Pennsylvania Flyer, lifting up the drawbar, letting all the cars and the tender go around the curve, and it hit a bump somewhere in the track that I think I tapped out and sent them flying off the table. And they did land on the flap of this box or something soft that was there at the time, so they didn't take much damage, but the trucks did fall apart. Whichever truck on the car did hit the ground, and so wires did get ripped. Thanks to that, the cars do flicker a little bit more. The middle car, the first one to hit the ground, didn't really suffer any damage. The back car, though, something happened with one of the lights, and even though I pushed it back in, it's not working. So at some point I'm gonna find a new headlight in my boxes and put it in there and see if it's compatible. There is, however, a great way to fix this. This new soldering iron. We got this a little while ago, and now I can use that to fix all my wiring problems and all the ripped wires on my trains. Another tool I got recently is this Dremel tool. This is a tool shop brand from Menards, and it includes this whole pack of tools and attachments, maintenance tools, and the Dremel tool itself. I don't have to put my finger on it though to make it work. I just can put it in 1 all the way up to 8 speeds. That Dremel tool will be useful for cleaning up and derusting any parts on this 1986 K-Line Allied Chemical tank car that used to be my dad's. I didn't even know we had it until a couple weeks ago. We were cleaning the basement and we found a box. We were looking through the box, and at the bottom was this lone tank car with nothing else around it that was train related anyways. Both couplers open, but this one is missing its tab and thumbtack setup, and it's missing a wheel set. Some of the wheel sets are metal, some of them are plastic. So at some point I'm gonna order some metal wheel sets in a pack so I can fix anything like this whenever it happens. Now, with more cars in operation on the layout comes the need for more places to put them. I could just put it underneath the layout in one of my storage boxes, but I'd much rather keep it on the table. So, at some point, I'll buy a switch and make a third track in the yard. It will mostly be an engine repair shed and shop for train cars and everything, because it's a pretty self-sufficient branch line. It needs to have a shop to work on things properly. So whenever I do get a switch, which could be a while, I'll make the track leading into there, and I might have to use 031 curves for that one particular section. So that's all the progress I've made in the last month or so. I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed so you can get updates when they happen, and ring the bell so you always get a notification when I post. See you in the next video. Bye!